So sometime in 1984, Mitch Corber and Sally White asked me to produce or direct their wedding as the wedding show on public access. It was aired on Manhattan Cable TV, as it was known at the time, recorded at ETC on West 23rd Street. These are some of the notes, or actually it's the rundown script, as you will. The left is what you see, and the right is what you hear, visual and audio. I think I took out a book, or bought a book on television direction. I'd never directed a TV show before. It's kind of hard to convey just how hard it was to do a multi-camera show in 1984. There were also 4 tape roll-ins during the live show, which was very ambitious. There I am, Terry Moore, who I worked with at Adwar Video, which is how I got involved with Potato Wolf, which was the name of the cable TV show. Under the auspices of Collaborative Projects was a group of artists in the 80s who had some notoriety. Alan Moore was a leading figure of Collaborative Projects and of Potato Wolf, which I believe had been started in the 1970s, 1978 or 1979. I must have done like 3, possibly 4 before the wedding show, and I think the wedding show was my last collaboration with the group, and this was certainly the most planned. The other shows that I was involved with was just basically somebody said, here's the theme, it's the Eskimo show, and people would show up and do Eskimo-like things on camera, and I would be on the vision mixer. It's hard to explain to people under the age of 50 how difficult the equipment was to operate, how expensive it was, how temperamental it was. There's some missing names. I don't know exactly who's who, so I've just left it blank. Jamie Howarth, that I met at ABC TV, there's Jamie, who was an audio engineer, and I was an editor. There were mostly people that I didn't know personally. I did know Mindy, who were part of the production. I'm not sure who hired them, quote-unquote. No one was paid, of course. But they were there, and they did a great job. I was a nervous wreck while this was happening. I don't really remember anything of me in the control room, but from the tape, I was there doing it. I was actually not. There was somebody working the switcher. I wasn't working the switcher at the time. There was no way to know how many people actually saw it live, but it existed on tape and was distributed, and it might have been repeated on Manhattan Cable more than once. I have no idea, but I suspect it was. There are other Potato Wolf shows that you can see that are posted on YouTube. Of course, I think this is by far the best. It was fairly slick by public access standards of the day. There was a few little bumps, glitches, but otherwise it holds up for a low-budget public access live show. All the people involved were quite dedicated and did a good job. Looking back on it, I'm actually kind of proud of it. I am forever grateful that Alan Moore hired Terry Slotkin to take photographs, and he should really have been given producer credit. He did a lot. It just occurred to me that I should add that this was a real wedding. It was a real wedding ceremony, in case anyone would think that this was a staged or fictional wedding. was not. And that's how it would have ended, with the Manhattan cable TV slide. Until the next